All right, so you're going to Chicago. Let's talk about it. I highly recommend getting a City Pass. It includes the Shedd Aquarium and the Sears Tower, expedited entry to the Sears Tower, which is nice. We picked the Art Museum, Planetarium, and the Griffin Science and Industry Museum. We didn't know what the weather was, so we didn't do the boat tour initially, but we wanted to do that. So that was kind of on our if we can list. We ended up doing it and paid extra, which about $50 a piece, not too bad, to learn a ton about the city. I actually highly recommend you do that before you go on the Sears Tower, because then you can see all the things you learned about. I highly recommend that you stay somewhere along Michigan Avenue. We stayed at the Blackstone, and when we got to the hotel, there was a music festival, no big deal. A huge mistake we made the first time we came to Chicago was I rented a car. I didn't realize that you were going to be paying $80 a day to have the car parked. Not only that, but you're going to be paying for the person getting the car out and then picking up. You're going to be tipping these folks. So it was a huge expense. Take public transportation, take Lyft. It'll save you hundreds of dollars. Yeah, we took the L, we took the Metro, we took the train, the subway. If there was a way to get around the city, we tried it out. And you also have this option if you've done something not good. We did all but that option. And I think my favorite was the Metro. If you're going from Michigan Avenue down to the Griffin Museum, that's the easiest way to do it. Very inexpensive. And the coolest thing is, if you're coming from O'Hare to Chicago, it's about an hour and a half drive, depending on when you're doing it. But if you're taking the train, it's about an hour. It costs about $5. You get the Ventura app on your phone and go. It's very, very simple. Or you can buy a ticket and do it that way. Another thing I recommend is finding out where you're going to eat if you're wanting to try out deep dish pizza. I highly recommend Giordano's. It's probably my favorite. I've had it a couple times and it was phenomenal every time. One hidden gem that we found was called Taco Maya. They had some amazing tacos. But all the restaurants are pretty much within walking distance of Michigan Avenue. So it's very simple to get to everywhere you need to go. If you're going to the Griffin Museum, check out the submarine. It's phenomenal. I went through it. It's well worth the price. I think it was like $25. The coolest one was the Spider-Man exhibit. You get to see a lot of the costumes that were used in the movie. You get to see a lot of history of Spider-Man. So if you're into Spider-Man, do it. I also highly recommend renting the bikes or scooters. The scooters are geo-fenced, but the bikes don't seem to be. So you can pretty much ride them where you want to go. You get down to the lake shore and you can ride along that little bike trail, which is really awesome. Very beautiful scenery. And if you get a chance to check out a show at Soldier Field, we went to the weekend. Staying on Michigan Avenue was a huge help too, because the traffic did not finish until about 1 o'clock in the morning, and the concert was over around 11. People are still trying to get out of there. Public transportation, getting around the city was super simple. Use Google Maps. It gives you an idea of like when the bus or train's going to be there, and it's pretty simple. Or you can use Apple Maps, whichever you prefer. There's a Chicago Transit app you can download. I didn't use that because everything else seemed to work just fine. But thank you for watching. If you have any tips, let me know. In Chicago, I have some tips for you on your public transportation situation, so please reach out. I'm not cheap.